Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to just Crispy Flakes, man. This ain't even extra crispy, man. I almost got my intros mixed up. But we're on Crispy Flakes here. And for today's video, we are going to be talking about the latest trade rumor revolving around DeAaron Fox. So DeAaron Fox is a name that's been popping up this season as somebody that the Kings could potentially be moving on from. Now, this is nothing against DeAaron Fox. This is more so, really, since he's been drafted, the Kings have not really been a great team. And having guys like Davion Mitchell and Tyrese Haliburton allows you to maybe trade a guy like DeAaron Fox, who in my opinion, I think he's on like a 4 or 5 year contract and he's only, like 24. This is somebody you can get a lot back for, man. You can get a lot back and really get your franchise going in the right direction, man. So yes, as you can read right here, it says there's a lot of smoke regarding DeAaron Fox possibly being available in trade talks via Brian Windhorst and the Hoop Collective. So yeah, man, I did ask you guys over on my Twitter account, which you can see right here is Crispy Flakes 2K. And I asked you guys to give me your trade packages. We're going to go through a few of those, and I'm going to give you guys my personal, team fit that I like for DeAaron Fox to go to, man. So first, let's look at DeAaron Fox, kind of what he's been about this NBA season. As you can see his stats right here for the 2021-2022 season. Yeah, he's only 24, so still a very young player, man. But on the season, averaging 21 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds per game. As you can see, collectively, looking back to last season, his numbers are down. Not too much so, especially, having, just some additional talent on the team and everything. But really the concerning thing right here, obviously, is the three-point shot, which is at 26% this season. Now, he's not, historically known, as you can see by his stats here, of being a great three-point shooter. But you definitely want him around that career average of about 32%. If he can stay right there, that's respectable. But, we're shooting 26% at about 4 or 5 attempts per game. At that point, you're becoming more of a liability to your team using that jump shot. But, like I said, man, DeAaron Fox is the best player, in my opinion, on the Sacramento Kings, and if he's able to go to a team where he's more of the second or third option, that's only going to help his game out so much more, right? So that's really the only thing about that. Now, looking at the overall Kings roster, we know that they fired Luke Walton and everything like that. As far as what they could use on this team, I mean, the answer is yes. The thing about this team right here, man, is that, if they trade De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion, that kind of signals going into, I don't really want to say a rebuild, but more like a retool or a restructure of the franchise. Because that's your 24-year-old, star player leaving. So at that point, you're probably looking at Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield, maybe even Rashawn Holmes, guys like that being put into trade rumors and kind of going into a restructure like the Indiana Pacers might do, right? But like I was saying earlier, man, you got Davion Mitchell and Tyrese Haliburton. To me right there, if you trade De'Aaron Fox, you do not trade Davion or Tyrese. Both those guys, in my opinion, is just like your future backcourt, right? Now, a lot of this too, if you look at their stats, nothing too crazy this season. 12 points per game for Tyrese Haliburton. Let me see what he was actually doing last year. So at about 13 points per game last year, man. So the scoring down a little bit, the assists, roughly the same and everything like that. But by trading away De'Aaron Fox, you're really telling guys like Tyrese, okay, you are the franchise player now. You will be taking a bulk of the shots for the rest of the season. We're going to see what you all got, right, man? So between him and Davion Mitchell, that could be very interesting to witness, right? But yeah, so some of their top guys are definitely more vet players that could be helping out, championship contending teams. So if they do trade De'Aaron Fox and they decide to give up on some of these other guys too, they're really just in a place where they could really, man, set their team up for really good success. Maybe, like an OKC Thunder or something like that, man. They all those draft picks and stuff like that. So that should be interesting. So let's go ahead and hop over here to my Twitter page, and we're going to go through a few of these trades. Now, I did just post this 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, so yeah, it's not going to be too many responses right now, but we got my dude right here, man, CSB, Rebuild Legend right here, popping up with a trade. Let's check it out, and we do have De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley over to the Pacers in exchange for Domantas Sabonis, Caris LeVert, and Goga. So this is really interesting for both sides. I actually like this trade. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. That's what she said? He said. She said. I guess she would make it big. Okay, whatever. But regardless, I do like this trade a lot right here, just because De'Aaron Fox does give the Pacers that new direction, rebuild type of piece, but also some of the other veterans on the Pacers, De'Aaron Fox would just fit in with that squad. I'm imagining a lineup of De'Aaron Fox, Malcolm Brogdon, you also got Chris Duarte on the team. You got TJ Warren and everything. Marvin Bagley goes to that 4 spot. You got Miles Turner at the 5. The interesting thing about Marvin Bagley is that, he's a lefty that's very skillful, that needs a chance chance to develop into that type of player. Much so like Sabonis, a 6'11 lefty that's very skillful, that needed a chance to really blossom on the Indiana Pacers, and they were able to do that, man. So I like this trade a lot. And then the Kings, with the Kings, this doesn't really signify much of a rebuild. This is definitely more of a restructure. And you would probably be looking at some type of lineup, I would have to imagine, of, you know, I don't know if Davion would still start. Yeah, Davion would probably start still. So Davion, Tyrese, you got Buddy Hield on the team still. You know, Harrison Barnes at the 4, DePontis at the 5, but you also got Caris LeVert. So yeah, it would definitely give them a lot of depth on the team, but you would probably see some more trades for the Kings at that point, right? Because they would be bringing in quite a bit of talent. I do like that a lot. Even like giving like Goga a bit of a chance too would be nice. So yeah, fantastic trade. We got Andreas saying Fox isn't going anywhere. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. That those type of statements are something you hear from every fan base anytime a player is brought up in trade rumors. It's like, yeah, nobody's going anywhere until they do. So we're just here to talk about it, man. Have a good time. Ain't that big a deal. So here we have Off Night Stan account saying, huge Kings fan, who has been talking about this forever. Here you go. Let's check it out. So we got the Kings getting Eric Gordon, Ben Simmons. Okay. The 76ers getting DeAaron Fox and a first-round pick. I love DeAaron Fox on the 76ers. If they are able to get DeAaron Fox over there for Ben Simmons, that is a huge-time W. And then we got the Rockets, who in this case are losing a first-round... Okay, Milwaukee's first-round pick, so not that great of a pick, and Eric Gordon. And they're getting back Marvin Bagley, Robert, and then we're also got a second-round pick and a top 8 protected pick from the Kings. So the Kings giving up De'Aaron Fox and getting Ben Simmons and Eric Gordon back, I don't think that's worth the draft pick. I think the Rockets, you know, because they are getting out of Eric Gordon's contract, they are getting younger. I feel like the draft pick isn't really needed in this case. But having Marvin Bagley over on the Rockets playing with Sengun and everything, that could be very interesting. A nice little, you know, front court duo for many years to come. So, yeah, I like this all around. And the Kings getting really good defensively with Ben Simmons. With Davion Mitchell playing too would be great. Eric Gordon's a good veteran to add to the Kings squad. So yeah, it's pretty decent. I like it. No complaints. Next up, okay, so Andreas says as a Kings fan this would be bad. Okay, so we got OG saying Fox for Fred VanVleet, Precious, and Flynn. As you can see, he is a Raptors fan. From the Kings standpoint, I mean, Precious and Flynn, they're fine. They could be great pieces in the future. Fred VanVleet doesn't really fit, you know, the rebuild if that's the direction the Kings go into. So I do not like that for the Kings. Next up, we got Fox to the Sixers for Tobias and Shake. Maybe even throw in a pick. Tobias to the Kings doesn't really help with the future rebuild, in my opinion. 2022 says this is not happening. Come on, Crispy. Bro, it's just a rumor, man. It ain't that deep, man. I promise you that, bro. We got De'Aaron Fox to the Knicks for Kemba Walker, Obi Toppin, Kevin Knox, and 2 first-round picks. So in this case, Obi Toppin and Kevin Knox has actually been playing good as of late. Obi Toppin's the big prize piece here, and the 2 first-round picks, of course. Kemba, I guess no teams are interested in him right now, and he doesn't really help the Kings out right now because by trading away De'Aaron Fox, you're trying to free up more minutes for the young players anyway. Then we got Fox and Marvin Bagley for Ben Simmons and a 2024 first. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of one that we saw similarly earlier. And we got Fox and Bagley for Simmons. So a lot of Simmons to the Kings type of trades going on over here. I'm not against it. But yeah, I'm also not clicking on show more replies because that can be dangerous. So, okay, yeah, I think I really like CSB's trade the best. And this one right here is pretty solid too. So let's go to Fanspo real quick here, man. And let's go to the NBA trade proposal. Let's see what old Crispy can come up with. Not that one. Trade machine. There we go. So we have the Sacramento Kings, 11-15 on the season. Let me shrink this down here, by the way, man. Going to my editing bag. By the way, do you guys like these type of videos where I just like talk over 2K, or do you like it more where I like show the stats and everything and show the layout? Because I like doing both methods. I've kind of just been switching up based off what I want to do that particular day. But okay, let's try to find a team that was not listed in the trade finder at all, or not the trade finder, but in the trades that you guys posted. So Nets. Let's just do De'Aaron for Kyrie straight up, man. Who's gonna say no? Bulls, no. Bucks, no. Heat. No, I mean, they already got Kyle Lowry. Wizards could be kind of interesting because they've been struggling as of late. Dinwiddie, I don't think, has been playing too great. But, you know, combine him with Bradley Beal, that could be pretty dangerous. Cavaliers, no. 76er, we talked about that. Hornets, no. Hawks, no. Celtics, if the Celtics were able to pull off some type of trade to get De'Aaron Fox, without trading Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, which is probably not going to happen, though. That would be a huge W, man. That'd be a huge W. But, I mean, they do got some good young assets over here. I just don't think, I guess in theory, too, they even have the contracts to match. Like, you have to toss in Al Horford. But, all right, let me give this a shot here, man. So, we got Al Horford to the Kings for DeAaron Fox. That's the trade, man. That's the trade. So, if you're doing that, you're also tossing in the young player, Romeo Langford. You're probably tossing in Aaron Nesmith. And I would probably say 2 unprotected first-round picks. Yeah, definitely 2 unprotected first-round picks. Yeah, oh, here we go. Unprotected, trade to the Kings. So that's one of them. And unprotected, trade to the Kings. And let's see if that gets it done here, man. And failed. Okay, so it failed because consecutive draft picks can't go through. So you would just do a 2024 instead. But, yeah, man, I mean, obviously the first-round picks. And I personally still do not think this is enough to get DeAaron Fox. I mean, draft picks are nice. 2 first-rounders, can't complain about that. It's not a horrible trade, I don't think, but that was me just trying to find something that was not already listed. So, yeah, man, let me close out of that. And let me just see if there's any other teams real quick here that I think really fit. Raptors, Knicks. If the Knicks could pull it off, it'd be great. Pacers, talked about them. Magic, Pistons. Y'all can have Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes, man, for DeAaron Fox. Warriors, Suns, Jazz. The Jazz could pull it off, man, because, you know, Mike Conley's getting kind of up there in age, too. Grizzlies, Clippers, another big-time W, but not the assets, really. Lakers, Mavericks. I don't think Luke and DeAaron Fox would be the greatest fit together, so I don't like that. Nuggets, no. T-Wolves. No. Trailblazers. Nah, maybe. Spurs, Rockets, Thunder. Okay, man. I feel like Pelicans. Him with Zion, man? What about, like, no, okay, that's not going to work. No, overall, I liked the trades that you guys listed in the comment section. So that is all we have for today's video, man. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think happens with Swiper, a.k.a. The General, a.k.a. Quick? Those are his nicknames that you can see in the top left. But, yeah, man, that's all we got for this video. So I'm very curious what you all think about the potential DeAaron Fox trade rumors. Does it make sense for the Kings to even do, or should they keep him around? Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, my friends.